Let's make it a good day.
Coming up today.
I've waited. It's time.
One of the biggest hits ever on cable TV is coming back. What can we expect from the return of Dexter? Plus, Reba McEntire is coming back to TV and bringing a classic movie from the 90s with her. And then, he's one of the most inspiring entrepreneurs I've ever met, and he has some big plans. Meet Houston White. Here we go.
Let's make it a good day. We do it our own way. Let's make it a good day. Oh, no matter what they say. Oh, yeah.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome. We are live from our studios in the Twin Cities. It's the Jason Show, and I'm the aforementioned Jace. Thanks for being here. You have a lot of choices, so thank you for choosing us. Sincerely. Please welcome, please put your hands together on your couch for my good friend, my sister from another mister, Miss Kendall, everybody.
Hi. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How you doing?
I'm doing well. It's a Thursday.
Can I just tell you, I love when you have a cup of Joe in front of you.
Why, thank you.
It just makes me feel warm because I have my cup of bubbly.
Yes.
The strawberry bubbly. I love that. The carbonated beverage.
You should have just stopped at bubbly, because then everybody would have been like, does
Champagne?
Jason drink during the show?
Yeah, no. It's the champagne, not champagne. Now you have me saying that.
I know.
It's the strawberry bubbly. I love it in my little porg mug. But anyway, yeah.
Something special.
Happy Pride Day. Yes, if I'm wearing the purple suit for a reason. I wore it on Monday, but today's Pride Day. A day. Spirit Day. I said Pride Day. Every day's Pride Day for me. It's a Spirit Day, which is all about anti-bullying efforts. If you know anything about me, you know it's the one thing that I try to hammer home as a kid, as a guy that was bullied when I was a kid. I've been spat on, called every name in the book, just for being who I am. So I hate when people say, I know how you feel, but to all the kids out there struggling with their identity, just as I say at the end of the show, I'll say it at the beginning of the show today, you go out there and be yourself and don't let anybody tell you you're doing it wrong. And a happy Spirit Day. So that's why I'm wearing purple today. Okay, I have an update. I have two updates,
Oh, good.
friends. Both go to prove that I need to be reminded every so often that the show goes over the air. I sometimes forget that we're not playing TV, that people watch. So I have a good example and a bad example. Which one do you want first? Kendall's choice.
Let's start with the bad.
Okay.
Get it out of the way.
I told you I love the primetime soap operas. I grew up with them. My mom and I would watch Dynasty, Dynasty 2, The Colbys. We'd watch Falcon Crest, Dallas, and then the Dallas spinoff, Knots Landing. I love Knots Landing. And it ran for 14 years, 344 episodes. And Knots Landing is never been on streaming. You can't find it on Hulu. You can't find it on HBO Max. You can't find it on Disney Plus. It's nowhere. Warner Brothers won't let it be released, and I don't know why. Anyway, all of us fans want it. Somebody that watches our show told me about a super secret YouTube channel, super secret, that had all 344 episodes. The last 2 weeks of my life have been fantastic. Every day I've gone home. I haven't talked to Colin since April because all I've been doing is watching Knots Landing. 2 days ago, so I mentioned it on the show, but I didn't tell the channel name because I didn't want to get them in trouble with the yahoos at Warner Brothers.
Uh-oh.
I go home 2 days ago. I have a cup of Joe. I have a little salad. I'm sitting down. I'm curled up. I can't wait to watch Val have her babies taken from her. That was a real plot line. And then I turn on the YouTube. They took away the episodes. There's only 2 seasons on there now, and those are the crappy seasons that you can get on DVD. But whoever owns the channel removed all the seasons, which teaches me 2 things.
What?
Reminds me first, this is why we can't have nice things. And it teaches me, number 2, I need to shut my mouth. I'm going to just give you codes anymore. I don't know what happened. I think somebody ruined it for everybody.
It's a rough thing when that happens. When I was a kid, my mom would VHS Arthur for us. So if we were sick, we had like a movie she'd just plunk in, you know? And one time, multiple times, my dad would tape golf over it. So we'd be in the middle of Muffy's meltdown and Tiger Woods came on the screen. It was horrid.
How dare you record over
really
Muffy?
sad.
I don't know who Muffy is. But anyway. And then the good update, so I'm not going to focus on that. But if Warner Brothers, if you're watching, for the love of Valley and Ewing, please release Knots Landing on streaming. Thank you. And next,
Yes.
Another proof people watch the show, listen to the radio show. I was talking about how I miss salad bars.
Mm-hmm.
The Wall Street Journal did an article about it. And I was saying Lund's and Byerly's, my favorite salad bar. If I could pass away near a salad bar, I would die near there.
Oh,
but
please don't.
I won't. But anyway, I love it. It's a fantastic salad bar. And I wondered, Lund's and Byerly's has their hot food bar back.
Yeah.
In the middle of, they found a way. They haven't brought out the salad bar. Why? If you can do hot food, why can't you do a salad bar?
Mm-hmm.
I guess a big wig at Lund's and Byerly's heard us talking about it, and they're making plans to eventually bring back the salad bar.
Saving salad bars one show at a time.
Now, I want it done safely. I don't want gross people ruining that too. Achoo! And, sneezing on the small corn. But, I mean, let's do it safely. But if we can have the hot food bar, why can't we have the cold food bar? That's all I'm saying. I love you, Lund's and Byerly's. And please sponsor our show. It's time for the hot dish, everybody. Let's get started. Woo! Seriously, I love them. My favorite salad bar ever.
Oh, they're the
Everything.
best, like pasta salads.
Oh,
too.
it's so good. Showtime is ready to bring back one of its most famous characters, a very famous serial killer with heart.
My dark passenger is like a trapped coal miner, always tapping, always letting me know it's still in there, still alive. Tonight's the night, and it's going to happen again and again. The night when a primal, sacred need calls to me. I've waited. It's time. Hello?
Dexter, I need you to go to an all-night pharmacy right away.
I'm kind of in the middle of something.
Whatever you're doing can wait.
Kids, they just ruined everything. There's the theme right there. 8 years after signing off, Dexter is coming back. The network said they've ordered a 10-episode limited series reuniting Michael C. Hall, who played Dexter, and showrunner, and this is important, dude named Clyde Phillips. Fans were not happy following the series finale. Now, here's a spoiler alert if you haven't gotten through it. I'm going to give you a moment. Dexter basically was like the brawny man. That's all I'm going to say. Mm-hmm. He grew a beard, and that's all I'm going to say. Mm-hmm. Now, all of us, including myself, we wanted a more satisfying ending. Maybe we'll get it now. Production's going to begin early next year with hopefully a premiere about a year from now. Oh. Did you ever watch Dexter?
Actually, this is one of the things I binged and watched. You'd be so proud of me.
I loved it. How good was John Lithgow in season 4? Season 4.
I loved this show.
Leo, come back to me real quick. Look at me in the eye, TV friends. Listen to your old friend Jason. Season 4 of Dexter, just like season 5 of Good Wife, one of the best seasons of television ever. John Lithgow in his guest starring role in season 4 of Dexter, one of the best guest starring roles ever. I'm trying
to flashcard myself and remember what season that was all about.
I don't want to give anything away.
Okay.
It had to do a lot with his wife, with Rita. Don't say anything.
Okay.
Anyway, so good. And now it reminds me, I got to tell my mom. My mom would like Dexter.
Yeah.
And she's getting Showtime right now for free. Mom, watch Dexter.
Binge.
Anyway, I'm very excited. I just hope they wrap it up well because this is one of those endings that almost ruined the legacy of the show itself. People hated it so much. Mm-hmm. So I'm excited. Next in the dish, Netflix released a clip from David Letterman's interview with Lizzo on his show, My Next Guest Needs No Introduction. We showed you the trailer last week. Lizzo, in this clip, she talks about how she's been affected by police shooting black men. Look at this.
I remember there was a murder of a young black person, unarmed, in Minneapolis down the street from my house. His name was Jamar Clark. I wrote this song called My Skin, and I was very like, we gotta make a change. People were camping out in front of the precinct. We were getting shot at, by God knows who. It was scary, it was dark times. And then Tamir Rice, who was 12 years old, who was just playing at a park, got shot within seconds by a police officer, within seconds. Young black 12-year-old boy. And people politicized it. How can you politicize the murder of a child? And I was so numb that I lost all hope for any type of change in this country.
400 years. And
it was important for me to show you this clip because I think it just illustrates two things. I think it illustrates that this show for Dave, you know, when you think of Letterman, you think of the clip we showed you yesterday, you know, the monkey in the dress and all that. This is just a great side of Dave that as a broadcaster we didn't see until he debuted his Netflix show. And it's also a side of Lizzo. We love her music, and we're entertained by her. But in this particular, I didn't want to just listen to her music. I wanted to hear her, you know. And it's a side of Lizzo that I haven't heard before, and an important side. I like her music. I'm a fan, and I want to hear what she has to say. And obviously, it goes without saying, right here in the Twin Cities, that touched her very deeply. So I'm excited for that interview. I'm really excited for that interview. He has a good. The whole lineup of this season for Dave is real good.
Right.
Kim Kardashian, I think we're going to see another side of her. Again, that's why I think that I said that to Madeline Smithberg, our guest a couple days ago, who was a producer for Dave. This format's so good because it uses a different side of his talents that was underestimated in his latter years on CBS, his interviewing skills. Lots more to come, everybody. Stay right there. We will be back right after this. More hot dish, fresh from the oven. On the menu, fried green tomatoes. Coming up, Reba McEntire is coming back to TV in a series based on the classic movie. I am so excited. Then, staff secrets will be revealed. How well do I really know my Jason Show team? And get ready to be inspired by a man who wants to do more than build a business. He wants to build a neighborhood. That is coming up.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how safe are you being?
Oh, so safe.
So what,
Well,
8?
you could say that I had PPE before PPE was actually PPE. You know what I'm saying? So like, I don't let people use my bathroom, none of that. So,
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Hold on a minute. So, before all of this, now I'm talking, you know, like a year ago, if somebody came to your house, they would not, they were not allowed to use your bathroom?
Well, I got 2 bathrooms now, but if they use that bathroom, it is immediately cleaned.
Oh.
But most of the time, I ask them to go to the lobby.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, I don't play like that, man. I don't play like that. Just like I don't get in the swimming pool when other people in the swimming pool. That's booty water at that point.
Well, I mean, she has a point. I've never been much like that. I mean, obviously, I'm more conscious about those things now because of COVID. You know, but I've never been real PPE-ish. That's not even a term.
No.
I don't know. Yeah.
No.
Have you?
No, my husband and I, like, not at all. My sister-in-law she is like really, really cleanly, and now I'm like, oh, maybe you had a kind of a point.
Yeah. Now I have, you know, 8,000 things of disinfectant wipes all over the place.
Right.
You know, Colin walks in the door and I disinfect him.
Wipe him down.
Swipe him down.
Those hands.
Don't know where you've been. Just wipe him down. I spray him with some Windex. Yeah.
Lysol.
It's fine, you know, safety first. Leslie Jones on Kimmel. Her new show, by the way, Supermarket Sweep, debuts this weekend. Write that down, Kendall. We have to watch that. It's on, I believe, Sunday.
Okay.
Because we're going to talk about it on Monday. I'm very excited. I love Supermarket Sweep.
I can tell.
Yes, I know. My excitement, I hide nothing. Next in the dish, Bachelor Nation is waking up, Kendall, to some shocking news this morning. One of the franchise's most prized couples is calling it quits. Ashley, Herbert, and J.P. Rosenbaum, which sounds like a criminal justice law firm, are divorcing after 8 years together. Ashley was the bachelorette on the 7th season of the show, and they even had a TV wedding in 2012. Together, they have 2 children. ABC would often bring them back to show the process actually works sometimes. They held them up like the presentation of Simba, including just a few months ago when they were featured on The Bachelor, the greatest seasons ever. The couple had apparently been separated for months and say that the split is something that's been brewing for a while, and it's mutual. The whole, we're going our separate ways, but we still love each other kind of line.
Okay.
Do you know these people?
Yes, so let me speak for Bachelor Nation.
Please do, you always do.
I loved Ashley and JP. Her season, it was really clear that she should be with him, and when he got out of the limo and it was him, it was really exciting. So they stayed together, they had 2 kids, they have 2 kids. And when this came out, even Reality Steve was like, I didn't know this was coming. So it was pretty surprising for everyone. Apparently, there's just too many things that they're like, we're just not on the same level here. Nothing bad, no major situation. We just are like a lot of people that after 7, 8 years, isn't it a 7-year itch? Is that the thing?
Yeah. Yeah. One of you turns down Elm Street and the other goes down Spring Avenue. And then, you just go your separate ways. I just hope they handle it, and it seems like they are for the kids.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's if your parents are in the public eye, that's hard enough, but then if it gets bitter in the public eye, and it seems like they're so far handling it like grown-ups, that's a good thing, you know? I don't know.
And they weren't really big into being super public actually after the show. They would come on for some of these reunion specials, but the two of them were never like, here, use this new whitening toothpaste.
Oh, good.
They weren't like that. So, I mean, I could see them just, here you go, here's the information, leave us alone, please.
Okay. You mean like Nick Viall, that gentleman?
Yeah, not like that.
Yeah, he's all over the place.
And he is vile.
Yes. Next in the dish, there was another elimination on The Masked Singer last night. And before we talk about who got unmasked, here's our FCC-mandated spoiler alert animation. There we go. That'll prevent us from getting any emails that read like the following. You've ruined my day, Jason. The baby alien was the person who got sent home last night. Here's a clip, and before they unveil, see if you can guess who it is. Roll it, Leo.
Oh, well, I guess it would be nice if I could touch your body. I know not everybody's got a body like you. Oh, but I gotta think twice before I give my heart away. And I know all the games you play because I played them too. Oh, but I need some time off from that emotion. Time to pick my heart up off the floor. Oh, and that
Guesses included Freddie Prinze Jr., Jason Biggs, Jeff Dunham, Nick Kroll, and Tom Brady. Yeah, sure. That's another thing. Okay, come on. Tom Brady, sure, it's Moses. They were actually closest with Brady because it turned out to be former NFL quarterback Mark Sanchez. He entered the NFL in 2009 and was basically a bust. Fun fact, he said the baby alien costume was about 40 pounds.
Yeah, let's talk about a bust.
Okay.
Are you?
Well, no,
Do you know
I
who that
mean...
is? Do you know who Mark Sanchez is?
I know. Ted and Jeff had to tell me in our
Okay.
pre-show meeting. Let me look at him again. I mean,
He's a good-looking guy.
I mean, he did not get hit with, yeah. Now, see, he didn't get hit with the ugly stick, but
No.
I don't know who he is still. Do you? You guys know probably watching.
You would know, maybe not from the Jets, because that's where he became a bust, but from USC. He was a quarterback for USC back in the day when Pete Carroll was the coach there.
Okay.
Pete Carroll told him not to go out for the draft. He did. He got picked 5th overall, and then he busted. Oh, sorry.
Kendall,
Wrong show.
I love the faith that you have put in me, but let's just rewind what you just said and try to process this real quick. You said, and I quote, Jace, you may not know him from the Jets, but you'll probably know him from USC. Two things.
Well,
I don't know when you say you, I don't know what you're talking about there.
University of Southern California.
Great. If I didn't watch the Jets, why would I know about USC? Yep. Next up, country legend Reba McEntire is ready to make a return to TV. Reba, this is good news. The Dexter news and this news right here made my day last night. Reba just signed on to star in a new series based on the 1991 movie and one of my favorites, Fried Green Tomatoes. NBC owns the rights to the project, and it's described as a modernized version of the movie. Reba will play a current-day Threadgood character that was played by Mary Stuart Masterson in the movie. She returns to the Whistle Stop Cafe to save the cafe and deal with her estranged daughter. TV legend Norman Lear, who a lot of people don't realize this, was an executive producer on the movie, will also EP the series. Norman Lear, who's like 98 and still working, which let's just take a moment to appreciate that.
Right.
The original Fried Green Tomato, let me, before I get to that, have you, let me check, have you seen, and I can't blame you if you haven't, but have you seen this movie?
It's one of my favorites.
Oh, good. It's one of mine too. Chris O'Donnell, like
So
young
good.
Chris, it's so good.
Yeah.
Every part of it. I love the flashbacks. I love it's written by Fannie Flagg.
I love her books.
Well, yeah, if you ever watch Match Game on Buzzer TV, you see Fannie Flagg. Fannie Flagg is the one who wrote the book in the movie.
And I didn't know that. And I love her as other books I've read by her. And I was like, oh, I never knew.
Yep, Fanny Flagg, the original Fried Green Tomatoes, features a classic scene that I know all of you love with Kathy Bates, and it features her. You know, this happened when someone took her parking spot at the grocery store. Look.
Excuse me, I was waiting for that space.
Yeah? Tough. Face it, lady, we're younger and faster.
Towanda.
What are you doing? Are you crazy?
Face it, girls. I'm older and I have more insurance.
So one of the best lines in as far as movies in the 90s, one of the best lines. And we've all, I don't care what, everybody's had a moment like that where, you know, some Yahoo steals a parking space or they cut you off and you want to have a line like that in your head. And you know what I mean? And then you walk away and you think of a line that good.
Yeah.
She said a line that good.
So good. Yeah, this was one of those movies that my mother, Sid, was like, this is part of your regimented diet as a child. You have to know the things.
And not all movie to TV show transfers works. You know, 9 to 5 didn't work. Ferris Bueller, they tried that. That didn't work. Dirty Dancing didn't work. This could work, especially because Norman's involved, Fanny Flagg is involved. They know the essence of that story. As I'm thinking about it narratively, I can see where it goes.
Right.
Yeah. It could be another MASH. Like MASH is a success story, a movie to TV. Next in the dish, the trailer for the new Disney Pixar movie Soul just came out. That movie, the reason that you're seeing it a lot probably on your phone and your news is because the movie's going to go straight to Disney Plus on Christmas Day. It's big news. Here's a little clip of it.
Music is all I think about. From the moment I wake up in the morning to the moment I fall asleep at night. I was born to play. It's my reason for living. Hello? What the? What? Oh my goodness, oh my goodness! Help! I'm not done! Holy, oh my goodness! This weird. The council. There's a soul missing. Is this heaven?
No.
Is it H-E double hockey sticks?
Hell? Hell?
Quiet coyotes. No, it's The Great Before.
The Great Before. The movie stars Jamie Foxx, Tina Fey, Questlove, Felicia Rashad, and Angela Bassett. As I said, Soul is going to be available on Christmas Day on Disney Plus. Obviously, it was supposed to be in theaters. And this is a big deal for all the reasons I've outlined a few minutes ago, but also this is the first Pixar movie, a big Pixar movie that's going to be released on streaming. That's huge. I mean, these movies cost hundreds of millions of dollars. And again, it connects to the story that we told you yesterday. Disney is putting all of their eggs in the basket of what they call direct-to-consumer entertainment, meaning Disney Plus.
You know, I watched the first preview for this, and I was I'm always like, oh, I don't like watching stuff where bad things happen to good people.
Yeah.
But then I watched the full trailer, and I think it will show, for another fact, just something really important for kids to see, too.
Yeah.
This whole soul idea, meaning multiple things. I think it'll be really cool.
Well, I think you're not alone. Jeff and I were looking at reviews before the show. It's getting great reviews already. I mean, the early buzz is really good. And some people are even saying, I hate when some people say, folks are saying it's probably going to be one of the best Pixar movies ever. So, Still ahead, everybody, the Jason Show staff is revealing fun facts, and I have to guess who's who. Then we're meeting a local entrepreneur who is hoping to reimagine a part of Minneapolis. Coming up, a part of Minneapolis that, according to him, has been long ignored, but ignored no longer. You're going to meet him coming up. Stay with us, everybody. One more alarm clock for the weekend. Welcome back, everyone. It's a plan that started as a barbershop and grew from there. Houston White is on a mission to create something special in North Minneapolis, his own type of country club where everyone is invited. I recently sat down with Houston to learn more about him and his plan to reshape a section of the city. Look at this. If someone walked in and they knew nothing about you, they knew nothing about the place, how would you describe it?
I would describe this place as a black man's country club. There are very few spaces in American society where black men are celebrated and allowed to just be themselves, say whatever they want to say, whether you're a politician or a kid failing from school, right? This is a sacred ground, a hallowed ground where you come and you learn things, you laugh, you get inspired, and you get taught. It's integral to black men's lives. The barbershop is just like this very important institution in the community.
Whether it's a beauty shop or a barbershop, it is the epicenter of the neighborhoods that they're in. Am I right on that? I mean,
no doubt about it. We call it the cultural heartbeat. You know, literally, it's what pumps the lifeblood of the community. You can get a bootleg DVD.
Where is that section in here? I don't know. I don't see.
You know, and that's not necessarily what we do, but that's what makes the shop so real to people, because it's just this authentic place where folks are allowed to just be themselves and transact. Our commodity is the environment. Our commodity really is how this place emotes and gets people to, if you think about like walking into a luxury hotel, before you ever see the room, there's just something about that space that just makes you feel like, I just want to be here. And
and you can't put your finger on it. There's just something about it. It's the smell and the atmosphere and the people and how the people make you feel. I get it. I get it, what you're saying, yeah.
Yeah, totally. It's also where I hosted Archbishop Hebda, right? Like, so, and there's a funny story, a friend of mine, he told his colleagues when he went back to work, he says, I was at the barbershop for Martin Luther King Day and the bishop was there, and he's the only white man that ever outblinged black men in a black barbershop because he had the cross on and he was blinging. It was the coolest thing ever.
What's been one of the most rewarding things for you as the creator of this? When you go home at night, what brings you, what gives you joy about this place?
It's the way it makes people feel. There are like young guys who have come up to me or sent me notes and said, I'm inspired, keep going. And they'll come in and just ask advice about marriage, or I'm starting a business, or I don't want to go to college, or any of those types of things. And so like, I remember my uncle telling me, you know, one of the differences between my generation and yours is that Muhammad Ali lived on the same block that we did. And so your heroes were amongst you. And so this idea of me being, in some ways, an example of what's possible for a lot of these young fellas, I'm right here. And so I'm accessible. And the other part of it is this cultural collision piece. We live in the state of Minnesota where it's probably 85% white population. This is a black barbershop if you didn't know. But the fact that 40 to 50% of our clients are non-black. And it doesn't feel like we have to be anything that we don't want to be. They don't have to culturally appropriate. It's just like this collision of cultural relevance and fun and enjoying what's, it's kind of like if you go to a rap show, right? You don't tell Method Man how to rap. You just like the music and you appreciate it for whatever reason you appreciate it for. And that's my second most proud thing, is that we're bringing people together to learn, to share, and to grow together.
The best things don't need explanations. No, they don't. I got to tell you, in the years in TV, when I walk to these shoots, we call them shoots, whenever we walk up to these places to interview this and that, whether I'm doing horse yoga or whatever, I walk in and I sometimes get an immediate sense of not only the subject, but the subject matter. And when I walked in and I looked at Houston, we had almost an instant connection. And I don't mean to sound woo-woo, but there was just, I had an instant admiration for him and just an instant affection for him. And I walked out so inspired to just do better in my own business. And in coming up in a little bit, you're gonna see how the barbershop, the country club, the retail, because he has retail there, that is only the beginning. One of the first things he said to me was, this is just the start. And he pointed to a board in the back of the shop and he goes, this is the future. And when we come back, you're going to see the future, which has to do with not just transforming his space, but transforming a section of Minneapolis. And he's going to do it. And it's all about coffee when we come back. Back after this. Welcome back to the show, everyone. Before the break, we met Houston White and learned more about his mission to create Camden Town in North Minneapolis. Part of that plan is to bring a specialty coffee business to the neighborhood, and he's doing it with the help, one of my favorites, a local coffee roaster. Look at this. We talked about what this place is. Let's talk about what it's going to be, and it's really exciting.
We're always going to be true to who we are, right? We're a barbershop. And so we're building a new barbershop that is going to be flanked by a street cafe. I feel personally, as a Northsider, we need more places that activate the street, right? What's cooler? What's cooler than driving by and seeing people outdoors, laughing, listening to music?
The energy. It's the energy, yes.
So that is a part of it. And then this space that we're in now is going to be completely like ripped to the studs and reimagined. And we're part barbershop, part coffee bar, part retail space. I have a brand, the Houston White brand, which will live in this space and get a lot of window time and hopefully brings a lot of people here to shop for clothing. But the thing I'm most excited about is the coffee company.
I'm excited. As y'all know, I am a huge coffee. So this is exciting because I now have a friend in Houston, and y'all know I love Dogwood Coffee. So this is the best of both worlds. What are you guys doing together?
The Get Down Coffee Company is the name.
It's the best name ever, seriously. But it has a meaning.
Yes, it has a meaning. And the meaning, disco in the late 70s and b-boying in the late 70s converged to create this new genre of music called hip hop. And right now it inspires pretty much every part of American culture. And so we thought, like, Dogwood Company, Houston White, get together and create this new thing, and it's to get down. And there's so many of us that grew up during the 80s and 90s, and what brought us together is art and culture.
Yeah.
So urban culture is just a fun way to celebrate our differences, but when you mix it together, you create magic, and so that's kind of what we're doing.
What do you hope this renovation, this addition, this partnership, what do you hope it's going to do for this neighborhood?
That it excites, that it catalyzes, that it gives a preview into what the future can, should, and will look like. Somebody has to go first, and so the goal is that we want to fill this entire block up with entrepreneurs and folks living in community, and beyond that, we have a 2-year goal to bring a roaster to North Minneapolis. It's one thing to have a coffee shop, and that's great, but we want to build a business that has people from the community working in that business. Yeah.
This is prolonged and lasting change.
That's the goal, sustainability. Like for me, it's about like, how do we affect the future? How can we create things that are gonna not only inspire and change, but have sustainable impact into the future? So when you and I are getting together 10 years from now, we're talking about, man, that get down is everywhere, right?
Yeah.
And then that is what success looks like. And so that's what I'm hopeful and I'm inspired by.
Well, get that frequent customer card ready, because
yes,
I'll be back. Houston White is what success looks like. You know, he said something at the beginning when I walked in, and he talked about, you know, after some trauma, after a tragedy, there's an influx of cash. There's donations to this family, to this business, and then that dissipates. That eventually goes away. When banks and institutions give loans to business people, that is where change comes, because that's lasting change. The money, you can make a $20 donation, and that's good and that's needed. But when you have organizations helping other organizations, like big banks helping entrepreneurs like Houston, and you have Houston taking that money and making a business which then helps people, which then in turn helps the neighborhood, that is the lasting change that we need. And when he said that, it was like a fireball, like went right through me. I thought, absolutely, that's what I mean by that was one of the first things he said to me. And I walked out so energized to do better. And I want to thank you. It was Kendall. Kendall was researching a possible guest. It was a Forbes. He was featured in Forbes, right? Houston was?
Yeah, it was after we found him. On Facebook, a friend of mine, Sam, Nadelli liked something he did, something like that, who's also a mover and shaker. And I was like, this guy seems pretty cool.
Yeah, and he is.
Yeah.
It's one of the best parts about this show is introducing all of you that watch us all over the place, introducing you to wonderful people like Houston. And you can support Houston White and his goals for North Minneapolis by checking HWMR on Facebook and his website, HoustonWhite.co. And I'll be getting my hair cut over there. Let me tell you, it really was a cross section of everybody.
It looked so cool in there.
As we were standing there, it was. I mean, let me be very blunt. There was a white woman, and then there was a white teenager, and then there was a black man, and it is what he wanted to create. It is a cross section of culture that was great to see. Still ahead, everybody. Staff secrets, staff fun facts, but whose fun facts? I have to guess when we come back. Back after this.
Let's make it a good day. We do it our own way. Let's make it a good day.
Welcome back, everybody. That's my favorite part of that video. Getting all his little hop on the drum. I could watch that all day. Anyway, welcome back. The Jason Show team likes to think they've heard every crazy story, every embarrassing moment from each other from my past. Well, and Jeff always goes like this, yeah, you've told that story 400 times. Well, now it's time to turn the tables with a new segment we're calling Staff Secrets. Give it up for the staff. Give it up for Kendall, executive producer Jeff, and producer Ted. Good morning, everyone, or just me. Hello.
Hello.
Oh, I'm hearing people.
Can you hear me?
There we go. Now I'm seeing everyone. Again, hashtag blame Leo.
Blame Leo.
Blame Leo, always blame Leo. Director Leo. Okay, so here's how it's going to work there, stars. I'm going to read a secret. I have it, right, Jeff? This is the card, right, buddy?
That's the card.
I'm going to read a secret, and then I have to decide which member of our team it applies to. Are we ready?
Just go in order.
Just go in order. Wow. Wow.
Top to bottom.
That's right. He has to really over-explain this for me. Okay, here we go. Number 1. When I was a teenager, I wrote a weekly column for the local newspaper called One Kid's Opinion. Oh, wow. This could be any of you goobers, sincerely. Well, Jeff lived in a small town. I don't even know. Did you guys have a news? I don't know.
Yeah, the Tri-County News.
I'm going to say this is Kendall.
I did not write for the Republican Eagle. Nope.
Wow.
Okay, then Jeff.
Nope.
It's Ted?
Yeah.
No way.
Starting at 7th grade through high school, One Kid's Opinion was a weekly staple for the Platteville Journal.
That's really cool.
That's
impressive.
Ted, that is awesome.
All about sports.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, there.
Well, I'm not even going to make fun of you.
I know.
That's great.
Do you have any copies of them?
They're somewhere.
Yeah, we gotta find those and do an interpretive reading of them. Yeah. Okay, number 2, we're playing Staff Secrets, everyone. Growing up, I slept with a stuffed animal named Bambi. I don't know. Tyler, who do you think it is? Tyler says Jeff. Adam, we're talking to our crew. Adam? Ted?
Helpful.
We're split. I'm going to say Jeff.
Wrong.
Wrong?
Nope, no stuffed animal.
Okay, is it Kendall then?
Yes.
It's you,
My
okay.
little deer, his name's Bambi.
Look at you. Your whole body language changes.
I still have that thing.
Do you? That was going to be my next question. You still have it?
If Jordan never leaves me, Bambi stops
well, let's not put that out into the
Bambi
universe.
steps in.
Wow, yeah. Jordan, Bambi stuffed animal, it's interchangeable. Okay, here we go. Next staff secret. In addition to playing in the band, I also played in the bell choir at church. Ooh. Oh, please. That's Jeff.
Wrong.
What?
Nope.
Oh, God, I really don't know you people. Okay.
You people.
You people. I would say Kendall.
No.
It's Ted?
Yes. Ted stumps him.
Boom, boom, boom. Wow, boom, Ted, boom. You are really
Impressive.
You are.
Multi-talented.
I was a very talented kid.
Wow.
Just a kid, not
Just
anymore.
I mean, yeah.
Not anymore.
Can you give me the age the talent went away, Ted?
I think I retired officially from the bell choir sometime sophomore year in high school. I just was like, guys, no.
You gotta go.
I'm sorry, because Ted, you have to admit though, doesn't this just reek of Jeff? It does.
It does.
That's why I put the band thing in there
See?
to throw you off.
You tricked me. It just reeks of Jeff. It really does. Okay, here we go. Number 4. I got second place in a big high school track and field event by mistake. Oh, please be Jeff. Is it Jeff?
Okay, you got one right.
Finally.
So I was in 9th grade, and I went to a track and field event. I threw the shot put and discus, those two. I wasn't a 100-meter dash person. And we were at Mankato State track and field meet, and my classmate and I, we got first and second place. And we're like, we're not that good. How did we get first and second place? Turns out, we were using the girls' shot put accidentally, and everyone else had the boys' shot put. Sorry. I still have my ribbon, though.
Oh, that's good. Okay, number 5. In the 2nd grade, I threw up on the bus because I was so nervous about doing the mile run. Okay, let's go to the crew. Tyler, okay, Adam, okay. Everybody thinks it's Kendall. I think it's Kendall too. Kendall?
Of course it's me.
Of course it's you.
I wanted to win so bad that I threw up all over the bus and my parents had to come get me.
Can I tell you how confident Tyler and Adam were? They didn't even let me finish the story, and they were both going like this. It's Kendall. It's Kendall. It's definitely Kendall. Okay, we have one more. I started a spontaneous conga line at a resort in Mexico. Okay.
Feeling hot, hot, hot.
This has to be Jeff.
Yes, it is me.
Of course it's you.
There was karaoke night, and I sang my trademark, Buster Poindexter, Hot, Hot, Hot.
Yes!
And
yes.
Everyone started doing the conga.
Yeah, we know this because Kendall and I witnessed this in Duluth, at a bar in Duluth.
There's no one there.
There's nobody there, but Jeff didn't need an audience. He just needed himself.
Well, and Eric.
And
He needed
Eric. Yeah, and that was about it. Oh,
Duluth hasn't had us back yet, have they?
No, they have. Duluth has not invited. It is strange. Duluth has not invited us back since we were there.
Was it the conga?
I think it was. Guys, thank you so much. I'm getting the rap from Bell Choir down there. Kendall, Jeff, and Ted. We're going to take a break, everybody. We'll be back right after this. It's Kendall. It's Kendall. Welcome back, everyone. Yeah, I've never, we found out, I'm not going to mention it, right as soon as we went to break, another crew member admitted that they also had a little accident on the bus.
Yep.
I didn't like the bus,
Mm-hmm.
but I never threw up. that was when I met my main bully, who's now like my lifelong best friend, Jason Diener, who's now a cop in San Diego. It was the first day of junior high. I'll make this quick, Ted, don't worry. First day of junior high, pouring down rain. You know, you switch buses and you go to a totally different bus. Pouring down rain. I wasn't sure which bus to get on. I got on, this one bus stopped, I got on. I'm wearing I look like the Gorton's fisherman. I'm wearing like a yellow raincoat, and I get up and I'm all wet, and I walk up onto the bus and I go, does this bus go to Barker? And that was the school, and Jason at the back of the bus stood up and he goes, where the blank else would it go? Sit down! And I was like, oh God, and I sat in the front seat and I started crying. So he ended up like beating the crap out of me for 2 years, but then in junior year of high school, we started working together. Now he's my lifelong friend.
Did he apologize?
He apologized, yeah. Yeah. So, and then he came out of the closet. It was great. Anyway, we'll be right back, everybody. Stay with us back after this. I didn't like. Welcome back. Wrapping things up. It's ironic that I brought up that story about Jason, about my buddy Jason on the school bus, because it is Spirit Day. It's all about anti-bullying. And I had to go to commercial real quick. I should wrap up and just say, it's actually a really beautiful story because he was my bully because I was kind of like a mirror in his face. You know, he beat me up because I was a reflection of a part of himself he didn't want to face yet. And then, yeah, I was the first person he came out to. And then he kind of built the bridge that I walked over when I came out to my friends and family. So I love you, Diener. Love you forever. Tomorrow on The Jason Show, our food expert Stephanie Hansen is back. We'll be doing a pumpkin spice taste test to see what products she likes and which are gross. Plus, we make homemade pumpkin spice. Really? How are we going to do that? You'll find out tomorrow. That's going to do it for us. If you are a kid that's being bullied, go out there and be yourself because nobody can tell you you're doing it wrong. We'll see you tomorrow, everyone.